Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to another edition of Track Walk in MX Bikes, where today we're going to be playing the 2021 Atlanta 2 Supercross that was created by the Aerial SX Track crew, Nico Mook and all the guys over there putting this one together. They've already released Atlanta 1. Atlanta 3 will be coming soon, but they're currently working through their Aerial ESX Championship right now. And just downloaded the latest track that was available and decided I wanted to play it for a bit of a track walk here. If you guys have not, been familiar with the Atlanta Motor Speedway track or anything like that, basically Supercross this year went to Atlanta Motor Speedway instead of going to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta like they normally would to do the triple header. It saved them some money to go to the Speedway. They were able to get some dirt at the actual facility as well. Instead of having to buy dirt, so that was all benefit to their side, and as such we as fans got to see a second, third, and fourth basically speedway race for the 2021 season, which we don't normally get. We usually only get Daytona, but we got to have Atlanta 1, 2, and 3, and this is Atlanta 2. Very, very long track, some of the longest Supercross tracks really ever in Supercross history, and lap times were hovering in the 130s, 140s for most of the Atlanta rounds. And this track here I feel like does a pretty good job of replicating the Atlanta 2 track specifically. It's got basically everything built correctly. That's why they release these tracks somewhat as late as they do comparatively to when the races were ran, because they want to make sure that they actually get the design pretty spot on, and this one I think does a great job of that. Personally speaking, I love the aesthetic look of having the sun setting in the background like this, and it makes the rider look a little bit more glossy and all that, but I think overall it's a nice aesthetic because it just looks a little bit more closely resembled to what we saw in real life when the sun was going down late in the afternoon there in Georgia, and they eventually raced it at night, but I like the the aesthetic here for the it was like the heat races that the sun was going down like this. So yeah, super long racetrack. I'm not the best player in the game by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm definitely going to hit this entire track a lot slower than some of the guys that you might others see play this game, but trying to do my best to at least do some complete full laps and give you guys a perspective of what the track looks like. This is obviously where McAdoo had his big crash, going triple-double and then face planting into the face of that over-under bridge. And then the track also did that interesting thing where it doubled back on itself off the start and then just went from looking like it was going to go one direction then going the other direction. It's basically a pseudo-reverse version of what we saw at Atlanta 1, and then Atlanta 3 was this direction as well. The one thing I don't love about the way that they built this track is this section right here is, unless you get the 333 perfect, you definitely really have to struggle through to get like a 2-2-3-2 there or something like that. It's really tough to triple mid-rhythm, but I'll try to get the triple a little bit cleaner next time by. I like the whoops this time because they're a little bit smaller, and for my sake they're a little bit easier to get through. Like, I'm not this elite player or anything like that, so I like the smaller whoops because of that. And I'm sucking right now. Like, I definitely can hit these rhythms full bore the way that they're intended to. But a nice thing about this track and really any of the speedway tracks in this game is that they're not full-blown Supercrossy. So if you're not completely comfortable with Supercross on MX bikes just yet, these tracks are like a little bit of a mix at least. It's not nothing but rhythm sections, nothing but whoops. It's a little bit of some whoops, and this section's like a turning whoop section, and it's got some rollers and some big doubles and stuff like that. So it's like a hybrid track to a degree. Obviously, it's more Supercrossy than not, but I feel like it's a good track to maybe bridge the gap a little bit for you. If you're just playing the motocross tracks in this game, you're trying to get a footing for some Supercross, you can try this track out and just kind of get a feel for how much speed you need to carry into each section, how fast you need to go through the corners to maybe triple into a section or something along those lines. So yeah. Also remind everybody watching these videos that the only reason I play in third person in this game, I would love to actually play in first person because I feel like this game is better in first person, but the only reason I play in third in this game is because for whatever reason, this game and MX Sim, I just get really bad vertigo if I play too long in first person, so I get a little nauseous. I think it's gotta just be something to do with knowing what the bike would do in real life and not feeling that in the game, I guess. Because on the Supercross games and MXGP games, I don't have the same sensation. I can play first person, but I think it's because it's, you know, that much more arcade-like. Whereas this game, obviously, you're seeing a lot of like realistic movements, and you're maybe immersing yourself a little bit more. So I apologize that I'm not playing in first person, but that is the reason why I do not do it. Oh, front flip mid whoops. Don't go down. Nice. All right, let's try to get out of this corner here. We'll come out of here and triple onto this table, step off, and then triple. And you can quad this, but I'm just going to go table over single double to the inside of this corner. We'll shift down to second, get the power down and do this double right here. And I think my best time on this track was a 148 already at this point, but not 100% sure because I'm not that close to it right now. And did a 156 for my first lap, so it gives you an indication how long this track is. But if you're watching this video, I mean, you're obviously seeing that this track is quite long. I do think it's very well built, though. I like the way that they structured a lot of this stuff. The one thing that's always like so tough for me to get used to about this game is everything I think is 1-to-1 scale, or at least pretty darn close, but the rhythm sections just feel miniature comparatively to, you know, Sim or Supercross the game or anything like that. So it's a little tough to get used to that, but once you kind of figure out the flow of everything, it makes a little bit more sense, I feel. Like coming out of this corner, like I feel like these jumps are what I expect most of the rhythm sections to feel like. These jumps are bigger, more spread out, and it's genuinely hard to get that triple in. As you see, I'm going to go off the track here. But the long rhythm section on this track, I feel like the rhythm jumps are just really kind of small, tight, compact, and put together, and I'm not sure if that was done on purpose or if they're trying to replicate that feeling. But you even see right there that double-double. Like I honestly think if I wanted to, I could quad that, but I don't think I could get stopped for the corner. And I guess in real life they could probably say as well that like they think they could have probably quadded that but not get stopped for the corner, so it is what it is. Here's the triple though. Finally got that, so that's going to look a little bit better for the Supercross triple, not having to check up and roll something. Then you want to swing out here and not tuck the front end, a little too much front brake right there. Try to get into these whoops. Goodness gracious, the tough blocks. I don't really love, personally speaking, that the tough blocks that they put on these tracks have collisions. Just for the simple fact that I still believe this game is harder than Sim. And Sim has more forgiving tough blocks. Like, you can kind of ride through the Sim tough blocks. These ones are very much like they'll grab you and pitch you over the bars in a hurry. If this game was a little bit easier, I wouldn't be that upset about it. And I know that, you know, the very, very top players in this game can do, you know, consistent laps and not hit the tough blocks at all. So it is what it is. Like, it's designed for the Pro Series. It's the Aerial ESX Series tracks. But I just wish that the tough blocks were not collision less, but had just a little bit less of a collision box or stickiness to them of some degree. Just to make it a little bit easier for the more casual players trying to play these tracks. But that's just my opinion, as mentioned. If you guys want to try this track as well, the download link is in the description below, so you can head down to the description, click on that link, and try it out for yourself. I'll also try to remember to include the mod link to get the dash that I have in this game as well, because you can see, you know, my time is appearing in the top left corner of the screen. You can see, you know, a little thing at the top that shows me how far ahead or how far behind I am of my fastest time, things like that. But not everybody knows how to install that into the game, so I'll try to include the link to that. Because normally you just have your pit board, which is now appearing behind my dash on the left side of the screen there that says, you know, what lap I'm on, what position I'm in, and then I had an invalid lap time right there, I guess, because I went off the track. But that's only normally when you're playing this game is what you have. If you're in third person, you can see the gear change, but if you're in first person, you have nothing except for your pit board, so try to remember to include that. I'm jumping off the track here. Oh, that was actually a cheeky little re-enter right there. I didn't think I was going to get that. I want to try to get at least like one pseudo hot lap in here. Don't go off the track. Try to get on top of these whoops. There we go. Come out of this corner. Triple on. Off. Triple. A little long again, so don't go down. Dang it. Still don't particularly love the rebound in this game. I think it's highly unrealistic, but it is what it is. We got beta 16 coming out soon, so hopefully there's some updates to the suspension physics to make this a little bit more realistic. All right, let's try to get one more lap in for you guys and get a decent hot lap. Gonna be a little longer video than I anticipated, but that's okay. Trying to get some good laps in for you guys. Oh, jorts. Big old crash right there over the bars. Try to do the little tire tap line that the 450 guys are doing in the main. Just didn't quite get it. Going long, don't go down. All right, cool. The key to overjumping stuff in this game is to definitely land on your rear tire wide open. I don't know why it seems to work that way, but it does. I like that it works better that way than in Sim, which is landing front tire heavy sitting down and with no throttle, which doesn't make any sense, but definitely likes it in this game when you land rear tire first, wide open. I'm casing. Dang it. Don't go down. Oh, what a save that was. That was very nice. Get over the top of this tunnel jump and try to keep up with my ghost here, but not push it too hard. I still want to try to get at least a decent lap in here. Check up and double this smoothly. Hit the berm and then seat bounce this little step up out of the corner. I want to swing out here and then carve back up underneath, and I'm not going to get the triple in. The traction on this game sometimes kills me. Just start sliding all the way up to the face of a jump. It's really tough to predict that feeling. Takes a lot of practice, just like it did in Sim, though. So, it is what it is. Simulated games, man, they're tough. They're meant to be tough. Challenge you, but they reward you when you learn how to do it well. I'm not going to get the drive to triple on there. I still triple right here, though. Oh, yeah, kind of. And then case everything on the way out. Yeah, this was meant to be a hot lap, and it ended up being just an absolute travesty. So, hey, I got some sections clean. For the most part, it was some decent laps ran. I got into the 56 at one point, and then I was running some 2-minute lap times. So you're not going to get the elitist of the elite gameplay, but you're getting some decent stuff here for the old track walk and MX bikes. And yeah, download this track in the description below. Shout out to the Aerial ESX guys for putting this series on and having these tracks for us every week. Always appreciate that side of it as well. But thanks you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one as always. And we look forward to seeing you in the next one here on Start Your Systems. But this is Kellen signing off for now. And we'll see you guys later. So long for now.